Creatives, are you in the market for a new office chair? The correct answer is yes. No. So the chair in my office broke, and by the way, this isn't an ad, in case you were wondering. Like, I'm not going to talk about brands or anything like that. I'm not trying to sell you an office chair here, but sort of, kind of, am trying to sell you an office chair, a certain kind of office chair, and I'll get to that. Because my office chair broke. So while I was looking for different office chairs, of course, I wanted something that was going to be comfortable for multiple hours, because as a photographer, you spend a lot of time editing and emailing and things like that at your desk. So you're going to need a comfy chair. And to compound the issue of lower back pain that most creatives have sitting at a desk all day, I also have scoliosis. So double whammy of, fuck you in the back. But yeah, so that's not fun. I've tried out a whole bunch of different chairs that have really good lumbar support, and it's like, the things that like mold to your body and stuff like that. But the thing is, whenever you first sit on it, it's great. It's wonderful. It's like, oh, this is so comfortable. It's so great. After about an hour, you're leaning over, you're hunched, and you're like this, and you're like, why does my back hurt so much? And then you realize you haven't been sitting straight up in your chair at all the entire time. And it's not the chair's fault. It's just nothing in the chair forcing you to stay into that position. So, usually over time you just kind of hunch over. At least I do, and I've noticed a lot of other people kind of do that as well. So there's no point in spending hundreds of dollars on a really nice chair if I'm not really going to get the benefits out of it. And then I kind of came across this a chair that I had known about before, but I never really gave any consideration until I did, because I tried it, and it's awesome. Let me get it. Yeah, I don't know what the sound effect's for. It's a yoga ball. I'm gonna put that down there. Yoga ball, yoga ball. It's so fantastic. You might think immediately, wait, yoga ball? That cannot be comfortable, especially over long periods of time. You're just sitting on a little inflatable rubber ball. How is that gonna, well, let me tell you, because it's amazing. I've had this thing now for like 3 weeks, about 3 weeks, maybe a month. I have never had a chair that was as comfortable as this. And you might say, but it's not a chair. You're right, it's not a chair. I didn't get one of those fancy yoga ball chairs. I just got a yoga ball. But the reason it's so comfortable is because whenever you sit on a yoga ball, the way a yoga ball works is you have to, balance yourself on it. Otherwise, you're going to fall off. But you don't really notice that you're bouncing on it. Once you sit on it properly, you immediately notice that your back is straight. Like your posture is the best it's ever been in your life ever. And if you try to lean forward or lean over or like kind of lose your posture, you're going to start losing balance, and it's going to get a little harder unless you're holding on to something. So it kind of promotes good posture. Unlike, these amazing chairs that are really comfortable and stuff, there's nothing forcing you to stay in a good posture kind of position. This does, just by the design of it being a yoga ball. And not only is it really good for your lower back, but there's a whole bunch of other things I noticed since I've had this that no other chair has ever been able to do. And so one of those things actually has to do with a video I made a while ago. Check it out. This is the link right there. Basically, the point is, any amount of movement that you get in a day kind of helps jog your memory, kind of helps boost your creativity. So if you're just kind of like static, unmoving, you're going to find it a little harder to be as creative as you might think. You might start getting into like creator's block or artist block and things like that. But when you start adding in movement, in the case of that video, it was walking. There was, studies shown that like, hey, this actually improves your creativity. And so with this, you can kind of like bounce up and down. I'm not saying like jumping up and down on this thing or anything like that, just kind of like moving a little bit. And the whole point of it is that any little movement is better than zero movement. Even the slightest amount of movement still helps boost your creativity like crazy. Not only that, but with the lower back pain kind of not being there because I'm sitting straight up and I have great posture, it's, helping my posture, but it's also, I don't, if you ever had like, you're sitting on a chair for for a while and your ass kind of gets numb or something, like it's just kind of like, oh, this isn't as comfortable as I thought it would be. None of that. I mean, you're sitting on air. I mean, there's what else could be more comfortable than sitting on air? Also, another thing I noted, holy shit, because you're constantly making little tiny micro movements that you don't really recognize that you're doing. You're not consciously doing them. Your body is just kind of moving a little bit. You won't ever notice it at all when you're sitting on it, but because you're making those slight movements, my ass is so toned. You would think that I'm like doing squats all day. I'm not even joking. I like you. That sounds ridiculous. You're sitting on a yoga ball. Really? Come on. You can't get fit sitting on your ass. Oh, really? Bullshit. Because you've never sat on a yoga ball. I'm not saying you're gonna have like super muscly asses or anything. This is a weird conversation, I know, but I mean, it's seriously, it's anyway. That aside, this is a $15 chair that is great. It's portable. I mean, you can just deflate it and fold it up and pack it away and move it out of the way and stuff like that. Roll it wherever you want so you have wheels like a normal office chair kind of thing like that. Helps creativity. Great for your lower back. Great for toning your ass, apparently. Great for boosting your memory, whatever else I said. It's just, yeah. If you're thinking about getting a new office chair, or you're not thinking about getting an office chair, but now you see this video and you want to get a new office chair, yoga ball. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, despite some of the TMI aspects of it. It really is great in so many ways for everyone, but specifically creatives. You can check out videos like this one here if you hit subscribe, and there's more of those where that came from. Hit like on this video, that would help me out too. I'm on all social media places and stuff like that. And until the next video, I'll see you later. Peace.